Hello and welcome. Let us begin our time together by considering one of the most fundamental, yet often most elusive, aspects of our well-being: a truly good night's sleep. We can all remember times, perhaps in our youth, when sleep was a simple, uncomplicated affair. We would lay our heads on the pillow, and the world would melt away until the morning sun greeted us. But as we journey through life, our relationship with sleep can become more complex. For many of us in our senior years, the night can become a time of restlessness rather than rest. We might find it difficult to drift off, or we wake frequently, or we rise in the morning feeling as though we haven't slept at all, carrying a sense of fatigue with us throughout the day. This struggle is incredibly common, and it is often accepted as just another inevitable part of aging. But I want to gently challenge that idea today. While it's true that our sleep patterns and needs can change over time, we are far from powerless. We possess a remarkable ability to influence the quality of our rest, and one of the most powerful ways to do this is by transforming the very environment in which we sleep. Today, we are going to embark on a detailed journey together to learn how to create a sleep sanctuary. This is more than just tidying up your bedroom. A sanctuary is a sacred space, a haven, a place designed with a single clear purpose: to promote deep, restorative, and peaceful sleep. It is a place where the body feels safe, the mind feels calm, and the spirit feels at ease. This will not be a quick list of tips. Instead, we will take a deep and thoughtful dive into every element of your sleeping environment, exploring the subtle but profound ways in which light, sound, comfort, and even the air you breathe can either support or sabotage your sleep. Think of yourself as the thoughtful architect of your own nightly retreat. This process is an act of profound self-care, an investment in your physical health, your mental clarity, and your overall quality of life. Because when we sleep well, the world looks brighter. Our bodies heal, our minds consolidate memories, and we wake with the energy and resilience needed to embrace the day ahead. So find a comfortable seat, take a gentle breath, and let's begin the wonderful work of building your personal sleep sanctuary, one intentional choice at a time. Our first and arguably most critical foundation in building our sanctuary is the mastery of darkness. Light is the single most powerful environmental cue that governs our internal body clock, our circadian rhythm. For millennia, human beings rose with the sun and slept with the moon. Our brains are hardwired to associate darkness with sleep. When our eyes perceive darkness, a tiny gland in our brain, the pineal gland, receives the signal to begin producing a crucial hormone called melatonin. Think of melatonin as the hormone of darkness, or the official starter pistol for the race to sleep. It doesn't force you to sleep, but it tells every cell in your body that it's nighttime and time to begin winding down. Conversely, exposure to light, especially the blue spectrum light found in sunlight and electronic screens, slams the brakes on melatonin production, telling your brain to stay awake and alert. To create a true sanctuary, we must honor this ancient biological rhythm and make our bedroom as dark as is safely possible. Let's begin by addressing the largest source of light: your windows. Even the faint glow from a distant streetlight or a neighbor's security lamp can be enough to filter through thin curtains and disrupt your sleep cycle. The goal here is to achieve a level of darkness where you cannot see your hand in front of your face. The most effective solution for this is a good set of blackout curtains. These are made with a special lining that is designed to block nearly all outside light. They also offer the added benefits of insulating the room and muffling outside sounds. When choosing them, make sure they are wide enough to extend several inches past the window frame on each side, and long enough to reach below the sill, preventing light from leaking around the edges. For an even more complete seal, you might consider a wraparound curtain rod, which allows the curtain to curve back and touch the wall. If curtains aren't to your taste, blackout shades or blinds that fit snugly inside the window frame are another excellent option. Now we must become detectives and hunt down the smaller, more insidious sources of light within the room itself. I call these vampire lights. The tiny little dots and glowing displays from our electronic devices. The charging indicator on your phone, the power light on your television, the glowing numbers on your digital alarm clock. Each one of these is a small beacon of blue light, sending a wake-up signal to your brain all night long. The solutions here are simple and immediate. For charging devices, you can simply move them to another room overnight. For the television or other electronics, a small piece of black electrical tape placed over the indicator light works perfectly. As for the alarm clock, this can be a major source of both light and anxiety. The bright, glowing numbers are a constant reminder of the time. And watching the minutes tick by when you can't sleep is a recipe for frustration. The simplest fix is to turn the clock so it faces the wall. An even better solution is to switch to an alarm clock with a dimmable display, or one that is not lit at all. Your phone should never be your primary alarm clock if it stays by your bedside, as the temptation to check it in the middle of the night can be overwhelming. The goal is to create an environment of pure, uninterrupted darkness, a signal of safety and rest to your brain that it's time to let go. The only exception to this rule of darkness is for safety. If you need a light to guide you to the bathroom at night, a night light is essential. However, the color of that light matters immensely. Choose a night light with a dim, red or amber tone bulb. These longer wavelength colors are far less disruptive to melatonin production than the typical bright white or blue lights. Place it low to the ground so it illuminates the floor path without shining directly into your eyes. For some, even with all these measures, achieving total darkness can be difficult. In this case, a comfortable sleep mask can be your best friend. It is your own personal, portable blackout curtain. Look for one that is made of a soft, breathable material like silk or padded cotton, with a contoured shape that doesn't put pressure directly on your eyelids. By taking control of the light in your environment, you are laying the most important cornerstone of your sleep sanctuary. Our second pillar is the creation of a symphony of silence. Just as our brains are sensitive to light, they remain highly attuned to sound even while we sleep. Unexpected noises, a passing car, a barking dog, a snoring partner, can pull us out of the deeper, more restorative stages of sleep, even if we don't fully wake up. We might drift into a lighter stage of sleep or experience a brief microarousal without even realizing it, leading to a feeling of fragmentation and a lack of refreshment in the morning. A true sanctuary should be a haven of peaceful, consistent sound. We can approach this in two ways: by eliminating disruptive sounds and by adding soothing ones. To eliminate sounds from the outside, we can revisit our windows. The same heavy blackout curtains that block light also do a wonderful job of absorbing sound waves. Double-paned windows are a more significant investment, but can make a dramatic difference if you live on a noisy street. For a simpler solution, check for drafts or gaps around your windows and doors. Applying weather stripping or a door sweep can help block not only air, but also a surprising amount of noise. Inside your room, be mindful of noises you might have grown accustomed to. A ticking clock can be maddeningly loud in the quiet of the night. Switch to a silent, sweeping hand model. A humming refrigerator or a rattling air conditioner might need attention. Sometimes, however, it's impossible to eliminate all noise. This is where the strategy of adding sound comes into play. The goal is to mask unpredictable, jarring noises with a consistent, soothing background sound, a concept known as sound masking. This is the purpose of a white noise machine. White noise is a sound that contains all frequencies at equal intensity, creating a gentle, steady shushing sound, similar to an untuned radio or a running fan. This constant auditory blanket makes it much harder for your brain to pick out and react to sudden noises. Many people find it incredibly soothing. There are also machines that offer pink noise, which is deeper and more balanced than white noise, often compared to the sound of steady rainfall, or brown noise, which is deeper still, like the roar of a distant waterfall. The best choice is a matter of personal preference. A simple electric fan can serve the same purpose and has the added benefit of circulating air. There are also countless apps and recordings of nature sounds, like gentle rain, rolling ocean waves, or crickets chirping. The key is that the sound should be continuous, monotonous, and at a low, comfortable volume, just loud enough to mask other sounds without being a distraction itself. For those who are particularly sensitive to noise or who sleep with a snoring partner, high-quality foam earplugs can be an absolute game-changer, creating your own personal bubble of silence. By curating the soundscape of your bedroom, you create a stable, predictable auditory environment where your brain can feel secure enough to fully disengage and rest. Now we arrive at our third, and perhaps most personal pillar: the deep embrace of comfort. Your sanctuary should be a place that feels physically wonderful to inhabit. This involves a thoughtful consideration of the surfaces that support your body throughout the night. Your mattress, your pillows, and your bedding. These are the elements that determine whether your body can truly release its tension and find a position of effortless rest. Let's begin with the foundation of it all, your mattress. A mattress is not a lifetime purchase. The general rule of thumb is to evaluate your mattress after 7 to 10 years. If you wake up with stiffness or back pain, if you notice sagging or indentations, or if you simply find you sleep better in a hotel bed, it's likely time for a new one. For seniors, choosing the right mattress is especially critical. You need a surface that provides both comfort and support, one that cushions your joints while keeping your spine in proper alignment. There is no single best mattress for everyone. It's a very individual choice. Memory foam mattresses are excellent at contouring to your body and relieving pressure points, but some people find they can trap heat. Inner spring mattresses offer a more traditional, bouncy feel and tend to be more breathable. Latex mattresses are durable and responsive, while hybrid models combine layers of foam or latex with an inner spring core, attempting to offer the best of both worlds. The most important factor is finding the right level of firmness that feels good for your body and your preferred sleeping position. Don't be afraid to take your time and test mattresses thoroughly in a store, lying down in your typical sleeping position for at least 10 to 15 minutes. This is a major investment in your health, and it's worth getting it right. Next, let's talk about pillows. A pillow's job is to keep your head and neck in a neutral alignment with your spine, preventing strain and stiffness. The right pillow for you depends entirely on your primary sleeping position. If you are a back sleeper, you'll want a medium-thick pillow that supports the natural curve of your neck without pushing your head too far forward. Side sleepers need a firmer, thicker pillow to fill the space between their ear and their shoulder, keeping the head and neck level. Stomach sleeping is generally discouraged by experts as it puts a great deal of strain on the neck, but if this is your position, you need a very thin, soft pillow, or perhaps no pillow at all under your head. Don't forget about other supportive pillows. A pillow placed between your knees when you sleep on your side can work wonders for aligning your hips and reducing lower back strain. A wedge pillow can be a lifesaver for those who suffer from acid reflux or certain breathing issues, as it elevates the upper body. Just like a mattress, pillows wear out. If you have to fold your pillow in half to get enough support, it's time for a replacement. Finally, let's wrap ourselves in the comfort of our bedding. The sheets, blankets, and pajamas you choose play a huge role in your body's ability to regulate its temperature, which is a key component of good sleep. To initiate sleep, your body's core temperature needs to drop slightly. Bedding made from natural, breathable fibers is your best choice. Cotton, especially long staple varieties like Pima or Egyptian cotton, is soft, durable, and breathes well. Linen is another fantastic choice, known for its exceptional breathability and ability to keep you cool. Bamboo-derived fabrics are also becoming popular for their soft feel and moisture-wicking properties. Try to avoid synthetic materials like polyester, which can trap heat and moisture against your skin. The weight of your blankets also matters. Some people find the gentle pressure of a weighted blanket to be incredibly calming, as it can stimulate the release of relaxation-inducing neurotransmitters. By carefully selecting these elements of physical comfort, you create a bed that doesn't just look inviting, but one that truly welcomes your body into a state of deep, supported, and uninterrupted rest. Our fourth pillar involves an element that is invisible but vital: the purity of the air you breathe. The quality, temperature, and even the scent of the air in your bedroom can have a significant impact on your sleep. A stuffy, stale, or allergen-filled room is not conducive to rest. Your sanctuary should be a place where every breath you take is fresh, clean, and calming. Let's start with air quality. Over time, bedrooms can accumulate dust mites, pet dander, and other allergens that can trigger nighttime allergies, congestion, and breathing difficulties, all of which disrupt sleep. The first step is to commit to a routine of regular, thorough cleaning. Wash your bedding, sheets, pillowcases, and blankets at least once a week in hot water to kill dust mites. Your pillows and duvet should be washed every few months according to their care instructions. Vacuum the floors and any upholstered furniture regularly, preferably with a vacuum cleaner that has a HEPA filter, which is designed to trap microscopic allergens. Dust all surfaces with a damp cloth to capture dust rather than just moving it around. Beyond cleaning, consider the benefits of an air purifier. A high-quality air purifier with a HEPA filter can run quietly in the corner of your room, continuously circulating the air and removing allergens, dust, and other airborne irritants. This can be especially beneficial for those with allergies, asthma, or other respiratory sensitivities. Proper ventilation is also key. Whenever possible, open a window for a little while during the day to allow fresh air to circulate and flush out any stale, stagnant air. The temperature of the air, as we touched on with bedding, is paramount. A cool room is essential for good sleep. The ideal temperature for most people is somewhere between 60 and 67 degrees Fahrenheit, or about 15 to 19 degrees Celsius. Set your thermostat accordingly, or use a fan to keep the air moving and create a cooling effect. Finally, let's consider the gentle power of scent. Our sense of smell has a direct and powerful connection to the emotional centers of our brain. Certain scents can trigger a profound relaxation response. This is the principle behind aromatherapy. Introducing a calming scent into your sanctuary can become a powerful sensory cue for sleep. Lavender is the most well-studied scent for relaxation and has been shown to lower heart rate and blood pressure. Other calming scents include chamomile, sandalwood, and bergamot. The key is to use these scents subtly. You don't want to overwhelm the senses. A few drops of a high-quality essential oil in an ultrasonic diffuser, run for an hour before bedtime, can fill the room with a gentle, calming aroma. Alternatively, a linen spray can be spritzed lightly on your pillows, or a small sachet of dried herbs like lavender can be tucked into your pillowcase. By ensuring the air in your sanctuary is cool, clean, fresh, and gently scented with calm, you are creating an environment that supports not just your physical rest, but your respiratory and emotional peace as well. Our fifth and final pillar moves beyond the physical senses to create a sanctuary for the mind. This is about establishing the psychological atmosphere of the room. It involves a core principle of sleep science called stimulus control. In simple terms, this means that your brain learns to associate specific environments with specific activities. The goal is to train your brain to have one, and only one, powerful association with your bed: sleep. Therefore, the most important rule for the sanctuary of the mind is that the bed is for sleep and intimacy only. It is not a secondary office, a movie theater, or a dining room. When you engage in stimulating or stressful activities in bed, like working, paying bills, watching thrilling television shows, or having serious arguments, your brain builds an association between the bed and a state of wakefulness and arousal. This is why so many people feel perfectly fine all day, but the moment their head hits the pillow, their mind snaps on and starts racing. They have inadvertently conditioned themselves to be alert in their sleeping space. To break this cycle, you must be disciplined. Make a commitment to do all wakeful activities outside of the bedroom. This extends to the overall environment of the room. A cluttered room often contributes to a cluttered and anxious mind. The visual chaos of piles of laundry, stacks of papers, or exercise equipment in the corner can create a subtle, low-level stress that is antithetical to rest. Take some time to declutter your bedroom. Create a space that is visually simple, calm, and orderly. Think of a high-end hotel room. It is intentionally sparse and free of personal clutter. You don't need to be a minimalist, but you should aim to create a space where your eyes can rest. Part of this mental sanctuary is also removing worry triggers. We already discussed the anxiety-inducing nature of a bright alarm clock, but the principle goes further. If you are a clock watcher, you know the frustration of seeing the minutes tick by. This performance anxiety makes sleep even more difficult. The solution is simple: remove the clock from your line of sight. And if you find yourself lying in bed, unable to sleep for more than what feels like 20 minutes, get up. This is a crucial part of reconditioning your brain. Lying there tossing and turning only deepens the association between your bed and frustration. Go to another dimly lit room and do something calm and boring. Read a dull book, listen to soft music, until you feel genuinely sleepy, and only then return to bed. By protecting the psychological space of your bedroom, by dedicating it solely to rest and peace, you are giving your mind the clearest possible signal that this is its safe place to let go. to surrender the worries of the day, and to drift into the deep, restorative peace it so desperately needs. As we conclude our journey, I want you to look back at the sanctuary we have designed together. We have built it upon 5 strong pillars: the profound darkness that beckons melatonin, the peaceful silence that allows the mind to settle, the deep comfort that cradles the body, the clean, fresh air that supports every breath, and the mental peace that comes from a space dedicated only to rest. Creating this sanctuary is not a task to be completed in a single afternoon. It is a process, a gradual and mindful practice of making small, intentional changes. I encourage you not to feel overwhelmed, but to feel empowered. Choose just one thing to start with this week. Perhaps it will be as simple as covering the light on your TV with a piece of tape, or maybe you'll decide to treat yourself to a new, supportive pillow. Each small adjustment is a step toward better sleep and a testament to your commitment to your own well-being. This sanctuary you are creating is a profound gift to yourself. It is a nightly promise of peace, a quiet space in a noisy world that is all your own, designed for the express purpose of healing, restoration, and renewal. Thank you for taking this time to invest in your rest. May your nights be dark, your sleep be deep, and your sanctuary bring you the profound peace you so richly deserve.